Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review, and next up is the Amazon exclusive Hasbro Marvel Legends series X-Men 20th Anniversary. This is the Deadpool from Deadpool 2. This is the after the explosion, post-explosion, not X-Force gray suit. It's the dusty, dirty suit version of Deadpool. So this is the same damn thing that we got in the previous 20th Anniversary line, the 2-pack that came with Negasonic Teenage Warhead. So it's not going to be any different, but the color and the deco of it is different. But really, that's about it. I literally just got mine. Amazon dropped it off just a few minutes ago. I snapped some pictures, posted on Instagram, and here I am doing the video. So I am always happy when I get new Marvel Legends figures because there just hasn't really been a whole lot for 2021 so far. So finally, another new one. It's a movie figure. That's my thing, so I'm very happy about it, and I'm excited to get this thing opened up. So I want to talk about the packaging a little bit because it is a special packaging overall because it fits the Deadpool 2 theme of what this figure is going for specifically, of the, right after that explosion at the Essex School of whatever it was called. I don't remember. I wasn't the biggest fan of Deadpool 2. I got some laughs, sure, but overall, it just kind of fell a little flat for me, like they were just trying too hard with some of the comedy. Just didn't really hit well. The first movie I absolutely loved. But anyway, getting to this figure, the deco on it just is really cool. So we got kind of this flame burned out effect. We get the same thing that was going on with the other Deadpool movie figures. Wade Wilson's crossed out. We got Deadpool there. That Deadpool sticker over the X logo. Deadpool sticker over the Marvel Legends logo there. Side artwork of the silhouette of Deadpool there. And it still has this like burnt out, ashy look to it on the side, which is pretty cool. We get that same artwork on the back side. And you can see some of it kind of burning through. So again, I really like the way that came out looking. And then here on the bottom we actually get that Marvel Legends logo there, since this one is covered up on the top. So that is enough. Let's get this thing open. Oh, and before I forget, it does come in a white shipper box. So the white shipper box came in there. So I had this and it came in a paper envelope, but it was nice and secure in there. The shipper definitely helps with that sort of thing, but opening it anyway, so what does it really matter? So here we go. And for added measure and effect, check out the insert there with that X logo, and it's just all kind of on fire and burning up. So nice little touch. Okay, so here is the Deadpool figure out of the package, and for what you guys might be expecting, again, it is the same exact thing as this figure. It comes with all the same accessories, same hands. Again, it's just the difference in the deco, which we will go over and we will discuss, and there's probably going to be some debate and argument in the comments about why it looks this way. Should it look this way or should it look differently? But we will get into that. So first off, let's first zoom in on the accessories, then we'll take a closer look at the figure, go over the articulation, and then hear my final thoughts. Okay, so going over the accessories, he has two pistols. These are futuristic, non-realistic looking guns. There he does have the, what are these? The Desert Eagles there at his hip that do not remove, that I know some people have removed. That is not something that I have done, nor will I be doing. There are ways to break it free of the glue while also not breaking the trigger. But again, you'll have to kind of search there. That is not something that I am going to do. But again, these weapons are also the same that came with the 2-pack version of Deadpool that came with Negasonic Teenage Warhead. We also get the knife here with the little black handle and the silver blade that sheathes down into his left ankle. Oop, kind of bent the shit out of it there. So there it is there. We also get the two katanas. These are the same. Black handle, silver blade. These are very, 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 very thin, and they do sheath on his back like so. Boom. And then we get interchangeable hands. So we got fists, as you can see here, right and the left. We have these open holding hands for the katanas. And you notice the silver on the back is a darker silver color than what we got on the previous one, because why? He's covered in dust and ash. So here we have these additional hands. So out of the package, his right hand has the open hand, so here's the left. And then his left hand has the trigger hand. Here is the right. So we get all those hands, and those are all of his accessories. Now let's look at Deadpool. So here's a zoomed in look at Deadpool, and I'm trying to adjust the settings and everything to give you guys a true representation of what this Deadpool figure looks. So yes, it is of a burgundy color or a dirty red looking color. His suit is red. He gets covered in ash and dust. So why would it be gray? Yes, the gray could be heavy on the figure. The reason why I'm talking about this now, because I'm in a group chat right now and there's a few of us, and we're just going back and forth, back and forth. Mainly it's just Plastic Addict thinking that, oh no, it's what's wrong. It's supposed to be the X-Force suit. It's not the X-Force suit. It's this red suit covered in dust. I don't even know what they're chatting about now, but I just couldn't. I had to walk away. Anyway, here, the not X-Force Deadpool. This is Deadpool just covered in dirt and ash. And I get it. I understand what everyone is saying, why it should be gray and it doesn't look gray and it's just a lazy repaint by Hasbro. Is what did you guys truly expect that it is? I don't know. I know people will say, well, why even release the figure? There's a number of reasons why they would release the figure. Some people would actually want the figure. I, for one, do. Others out there are probably thinking that, hey, why not get a single release Deadpool? Okay, we have a single release Deadpool. Yes, it's not the red suit, but you guys wanted a single release Deadpool. If they released the red suit in a single release, how many of you guys would complain that they did the same exact damn figure in a single pack as opposed to the 2-pack? So there's no win for Hasbro here. But this is what we got. Now, in the movie, yes, it looks darker in the front, and then you can see more of the red in the back. Realistically, how would they be able to do that in action figure form as opposed to just doing a straight paint of gray with a little bit of bleed into red and then onto the back? I think that would look dumb. I, for one, like this look, and we can discuss in the comments if you would like. You guys can let me know your thoughts down below. I, for one, do think this is accurate, and having it in hand, I do like the way it looks, because again, ash and dust and everything, it's not going to necessarily change the color of his suit. It may appear to look a little bit more gray, but that scene also takes place in the evening. So after the explosion and everything, what you see on the movie is a nighttime view of them all standing side by side and walking, or whatever the case may be. So that is kind of why it looks darker than it really is as well. But anyway, we'll keep moving on. So looking at the figure, the thing that I just want to highlight here is going to be the color of the burgundy and everything on it. I like it. It has that look as if, you know, you have a bright red color that is getting kind of toned down into a darker color because of kind of how the dust would look. So I like it. The other thing is the pouches. Now, I think initial promo images, the pouches looked a lot brighter in color. They are not as bright as those promo images, so I think they look better. However, yes, they should actually be a little bit darker, because if they are going to be covered in dust and whatnot, they should be much darker as opposed to this shade of brown. But looking at the two, you can see it is slightly darker, not by a lot at all. It should be much, much darker, but I do like the way it looks. You get all the same kind of hits of paint as well. One thing, I guess right here on this pouch, just they didn't paint the brown on that side, whereas we did get that on this particular one, the brown on the inside of there. But that's all that's going on. Looking at the back of the figure there. Again, same exact figure. Nothing different. It is the same exact figure. So instead of red, we get this darker burgundy color. So all the same. Okay, so let's go over Deadpool's articulation. So he can look down that much because the head is on a dumbbell joint, not a hinge, so it's a little bit hard to work that head, so it's tough to actually get him to look up. Unfortunately, it looks like the neck also has its own point there, and the collar kind of covers it a little bit, so you want to make sure that is down because it looks kind of ugly in that joint there. You get the side-to-side motion, you get all kinds of head pivot going on in there. Shoulder can go up that high, you get a full rotation. Mine is a little bit stiff, which is better because this one actually was a little loose, so this one is much tighter overall, so I do like that. We get a butterfly joint, so you can get the arm to go back that much. You can get it to come forward that much there. You have upper bicep swivel there. You have a double jointed elbow, and this does utilize the new pinless tech, so you can see his elbow there. The wrists swivel and they do hinge, and then the trigger finger, he does have the vertical hinge as opposed to the horizontal hinge that the other hands have. He has an ab crunch, so he can crunch forward that much, which is good. He can go back a little bit, but then the sheaths of the sword kind of get in the way and hinder that a little bit. You have a waist swivel in there. His legs go out that far apart. He can't kick forward that high. You have an upper thigh cut there. You get a double jointed knee. No pinless knees, but we did get them on the elbow. There is no boot swivel, but you get a foot that hinges down that much. Hinge up a lot. Ankle pivot and peg holes at the bottom of the feet, and he has kind of small feet as well. So there is the articulation for Deadpool. Now let's see him next to some other Deadpool movie characters. Okay, so here we have Deadpool, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and Cable, the Walmart exclusive. So yes, Cable is oversized in terms of a figure because Josh Brolin just isn't that big and tall. Negasonic Teenage Warhead, I would say, probably fits the mold if we're really basing it compared to Deadpool. If your base and standard is Cable, Deadpool is undersized, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead would be super undersized. But here we have the Deadpool 2 movie characters that have been released in the Marvel Legends line. Now, I get it. Why release this figure when we could get a Colossus figure or a Juggernaut figure or a Fire Fist figure or something? I don't know the answer to those things, and I think it's going to be way more complicated than people think. I'm thinking that most collectors probably just say, Hasbro, why not just do this character? You have the rights. Why not just say, I'm going to do this character? I don't think it's as simple as that. I do think that Marvel has a lot of say in which characters get released and whether they approve them or want them released or not. I think it's as simple as that. That's like, you know, take the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. You won't see any authorized official figures for that version of Joker. Yes, these other companies have the DC license to make Joker, not that specific Joker. And I think that's going to be the same case going on here. Now, Hasbro may also think that nobody's going to want a Juggernaut movie figure or want that Colossus movie figure. But I think it's going to be more of, are they even able to release that figure or not? And I want to say, probably not. The powers that be, whoever makes those decisions, is probably saying, yeah, no. Because why else would they release a Negasonic Teenage Warhead? I mean, honestly, right? Did anybody want a figure of her? Sure, some did. But I think most of us would probably want a Colossus figure more than Negasonic Teenage Warhead. I could be wrong in that. I'm happy to have her. Sure, I like movie figures. The more movie figures, the better. But Colossus, I think, would have been a much better choice than Negasonic Teenage Warhead, right? So who knows how those decisions are made. Okay, so here are the two Deadpool figures side by side. So you're not going to see any differences between the two. They are the same in terms of mold and body sculpt and all of that. But while I still like this one much more than this one is a nice addition and it is fun, something to add on to the collection. Was it necessary? No, it really wasn't. Is it cool to have? In my opinion, yes. I think most of you guys have voiced your concerns that no, it is not. But that is the case. Now, you guys can let me know your opinion on as far as the color, if you agree or disagree with it. You know, the ash and dust and dirt and stuff can make something look gray, but it's not actually going to be gray. And I don't know of, honestly, any better way they honestly could have done this figure to have kind of that effect. If you have this and you do some kind of overspray of gray over it and then kind of blend into the back to where you still see red and stuff like that, I just honestly think there's no good way of doing that and it would probably look really bad. I think this is the best that any toy company could do in terms of that color, unless you're talking Hot Toys, which Plastic Addict keeps bringing up. Look at the Hot Toys. Look at the Hot Toys. And we're talking a $300 figure compared to one that is $25. There is a huge difference there, and it's just not going to work out. Plus, you have a cloth material versus a hard plastic. It's not going to work, man. Let it go. This is the right color. That is to you specifically, Plastic Addict. But you guys let me know in the comments below. Did you get your Deadpool figure? You still waiting for it? What are your thoughts on it? Do you absolutely hate the color? Do you absolutely hate that lazy ass Hasbro just doing another repaint of a figure? This is what toy companies do. This is nothing new. Get mad at McFarlane for doing a Flashpoint Batman and then a Flashpoint Batman unmasked. It's like, why not just have that unmasked head in the package in the first place? These things happen, so complain all we want. Unfortunately, some things aren't going to change. So you could choose not to buy the figure, or you could choose to buy the figure. I have chosen to buy the figure. That is my choice. You guys let me know in the comments below what you would plan to do, what you have done. Did you cancel your order? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.